Well, welcome to the Wide World of Skills, and today's issue of Wide World of Skills comes from the 370 Degrees Skills Centre, where we've just seen the launch of the Australian Apprenticeship Ambassador Program. And it's an initiative that's come out of research done by an expert panel into apprenticeships for the 21st century. And today we saw Senator the Honourable Chris Evans launch the program with some VIP guests, including Kevin Sheedy, the new coach of the Greater Western Sydney Giants AFL team. The Ambassador Program, as I said, is in response to some of the findings of the expert panel, and I think it's an important program, one that is long overdue, and one that I think that WorldSkills Australia can really contribute to. We've been saying for many years now that our champions, our skilled champions, our gold medalists from the national competition, whether they go on to being a BBM scholarship winner or a Team Australia Skillaroo representative, are the perfect ambassadors and the perfect role models for anyone who's contemplating their futures, and also perfect ambassadors to highlight the opportunities that exist in a vocational education and training pathway. So that's why we're here this morning. We've got some Skillaroos here, we've got some BBM scholarship winners here, and I just think I'll take a bit of time to go and talk to each of them, and I'll give them a bit of a heads up now by saying, maybe asking them the question, how important were ambassadors or mentors to them during their training? So first off, I've got Andrew Seeley here, and Andrew, I know you're very good behind the camera, so you'll have no problems with this one, but when you went through your training, or even before you started your training, were there people who really played a significant role or a major role in, I guess, first attracting you to your areas and helping you throughout that training?
The people that played major roles in attracting me to my training were just people in my industry who held highly regarded positions who I could look up to and see where I wanted to get to with my training one day.
Yeah. And
then from them, I was talking to them about my training and how I could get to that position later on in my career, so they've been really helpful in that regard.
And with this program that's been launched this morning, and my understanding is that all WorldSkills national competition gold medalists will become Australian ambassadors in this program. What are you looking forward to, and what do you think as a group WorldSkills competitors can bring in the role of an ambassador?
I'm looking forward to being an ambassador to young people like me 2 years ago, when I didn't know really where I was going, and all of a sudden I was competing in a WorldSkills regional and national competition.
Fantastic. And I know Kate's chomping at the bit here to get on camera, but we're just going to bypass Kate for the moment and come this way, and we're going to come over to Matthew, who is recently returned from a fantastic trip over into Europe. Matthew is a baker, and he used his BBM experience to get some valuable work experience in many countries throughout Europe. Similar sort of question to Andrew, was there someone that really played, or some people that played a significant part in attracting you into the field of bakery, or has people been there to help you along the way to mentor you, and how important is that?
Yeah, I did a school-based traineeship, so working with the lecturers at TAFE SA, they inspired me by seeing what the possibilities were, and they also were really helpful in finding me an apprenticeship in the baking industry.
And this program, is it an important program? I mean, we see, and it's great that we had sports people here, because sport do it really well, don't they? They have the role models. They have people who young people can look up to. I mean, I've got 3 small boys, and the amount of footy that they play in the backyard, and they emulate their favourite players from the Sydney Swans. It's turned to cricket now, so they're playing cricket like Dave Warner or Michael Clark at the moment. So it's great that we've now got that sort of role model environment, if you like, and is that important for young people, do you think?
I think definitely. I know in the baking industry there are a number of people doing competitions overseas, and seeing the possibilities of what they're doing is fantastic. The development they do, they push the boundaries, and then they're always keen on passing those skills on, which is fantastic for me.
Fantastic, and hopefully it's going to attract more young people into the industry as well. Okay, Kate, it's your turn now, and you had the opportunity to turn your phone off. So, Kate, silver medal in London, and obviously there are a lot of people that played a significant part for that silver medal. Your expert, Bridget, but also trainer, Ivan, and even James, who was a past competitor. How important are these sort of people in your development?
They're integral. Like, if you don't have people there to support you, you're not going to get anywhere. And the fact that I had people that have not only achieved so much in the industry but have achieved so much through WorldSkills and actually know what to do, and if I didn't take their advice, it would just be crazy, because they're amazing and I couldn't have done it without them.
And I hear that you're already training up the next competitor for the national competition, so your role has evolved already.
Yeah, definitely. I've started helping out. We started riding the national with James and Bridget, and then I've helped out Jess a bit, and then we've trained up a few other competitors in the New South Wales region as well.
Fantastic. Our last representative here today as an ambassador is someone who is very close to us all at WorldSkills National Office, because she's just painted our office. So we've been using the best in Australia. Catherine, I mean, how did you get into painting to start with? Was it someone who influenced you, and how important is a mentor or a role model in your eyes?
Well, originally my mum was an art teacher, so I suppose I've always had a love for art and painting and things, and I've just had so many people saying, oh, look, you can paint my house, and I thought, oh yeah, I could probably do this for a living, and got an apprenticeship and just went from there. And I've had so much support from my family and my husband now, and just trade instructors and everyone who's just been supporting us and pushing us through and saying, oh, look, you can do this, we'll give you whatever you need. And my husband's been great, just saying, oh yeah, no, go off to Brisbane for a week, I'll miss you, but, and then going to London for 6 weeks, and he did miss me, but it was an important part to have that support behind me.
Fantastic. And of course, at WorldSkills, there are the people who you work very closely with, being our judging staff and our experts who are our trainers and our mentors, and we're fortunate to have two of our international experts here with us today. And Grant, I'll go to you first. Grant, this concept of ambassadors and mentors, how important is it?
Oh, look, it's extremely important, and it's sort of well overdue. The mentors have been around for quite a while as experts and trainers for the young people we train up to represent our country, but the ambassadors is another step altogether. It's another goal, another person who's integral in the training and the growing of these people.
And look, you did say that the mentor concept has been around, but I guess it's been around in a very informal way. I mean, we recognise that it's there, but it's great that it's now starting to get some recognition at that government level, because the mentors, as we've already spoken to with Kate, play a hugely important part of the development of not only the WorldSkills competitors, but every young person that goes through and does a vocational education and training course.
Yeah, the ambassador now has been officially recognised, or slash mentor as well. I think you're right. It's across all skills and all trade areas. If you don't have a successful mentor slash ambassador, the people don't have a lot of guidance and they can't strive for the best. And I think having it officially recognised through the government is a huge step.
Fantastic. And last but by no means least, Steve Borman, you've obviously seen that side of it as a person who runs his own business, but also seeing a lot of young people come through the competition process at WorldSkills. How important is the mentoring, but how important is this now, being able to promote our champions as ambassadors?
I think Grant's stolen my lines. The government's now realised that WorldSkills is a ready-made pool of young heroes, and we need heroes. We need heroes. I was extraordinarily proud of all of them here today. They look sensational. They've just acquitted themselves very, very well. I can remember seeing them all at national training camps and things like this, where they're a little younger, a little less experienced, but they've just blossomed into sensational young people and deserve the title of Australian ambassadors. I don't get medals. I just get a sensational feeling watching young people grow and develop the way our group here today, and others as well.
Yeah, fantastic. And I think, it's great that we can have that crossover between sport and training. It was great to have some sport role models here, but I think it's even better that we're able to have some very real role models of the training sector here. And I'm talking about our Skilleroos, our BBM scholarship winners. We had some Australian Training Awards finalists here, as well as the Australian Training Award Apprentice of the Year. It's great that we can showcase these young people as real role models, because it is these real role models that are going to help attract more people into trades and skills, and hopefully overcome the skills challenges or the skills opportunities that Minister Evans spoke about earlier on today. That's it. Another edition of Wide World of Skills. Thank you to everyone who was involved today, and we look forward to bringing you another episode soon.